Everyone, this is Lalita Singh and you are going to study science with me in class 8. Today we are discussing our third chapter and this is very first video on this topic. Okay, third chapter means synthetic fiber and plastic. In this chapter you will learn about monomers, polymers, natural and synthetic polymers. Properties of synthetic fiber, natural fiber and plastic. Okay, you can see over here in figure, you can see a rainy season. Can you think about what kind of cloth do we need in this rainy season? Now about cloth matter. Cloth is what? It is fabric made. Okay, fabric is used to make cloth and fabric are formed with the help of fibers. Fibers can be of two types. The one is natural and the second is synthetic fiber. About this you have already learned in class 6 and 7, right? So what is natural fiber? Natural fibers are those fibers that we collect from the animal or plant sources, whereas synthetic fibers are those that we manufacture in the factory. You can see example of natural fiber is cotton, silk, jute, etc. Whereas synthetic fibers are basically made from chemical process with two or more substances called polymers. Okay, now what is polymers? You can see over here this beaded structure. The one bead of the structure is termed as monomer. Okay, monomer are what? Monomer are small unit, okay, which combine together to form polymer. When we are looking at the whole chain like structure which is having many smaller unit combined together, it is known as polymer. Okay, so what is monomer? Monomer are the small unit which join together to form polymer. And what is polymer? Polymers are a long chain like structure which is formed by fusion of many monomer. Thousands of monomer when joined together they form the polymer. Understood? Now you can see over here what is the meaning of polymer. Poly means many and mers mean unit. It means many unit when joined together it is said to be polymer. Now the process of joining these monomers together is known as polymerization. When more than two monomers join together, means thousands of monomer when joined together they are forming a chain like structure like this. Okay, and then it is called, the process is called polymerization, whereas this structure is known as polymer. So based on the structures, the chain can be in linear fashion or it can be having many side chain, or we can say cross-linked fashion. Okay, depending upon the structure, the polymers can be of two types. The one which is in linear fashion, okay, the one which is in linear fashion, when in which the monomers are joined together in a linear fashion is said to be linear polymer, whereas the one where monomers joined it together in cross-linked arrangement and forming many side chain is said to be cross-linked polymer. Okay class, now next topic is natural and synthetic polymer. You can see natural and synthetic polymer. Polymers can be natural, can be synthetic. If we are getting the polymers from plant and animal source, for example wool, cotton, silk, then it is said to be natural polymer. If we are synthesizing it in chemical factory or laboratory, then they are said to be artificial or synthetic polymers. Understood? Now the natural polymers, for example cotton, are also made up of many monomers. For example, the cotton is the purest natural form of cellulose, whereas protein, what is protein? Protein is a long chain which is formed by fusion of many amino acid together. So the amino acid is acting like a monomer, whereas protein is acting like a polymer. Understood? Now a large variety of household article made up of fibers, right? You can see in your home lots of things are over there and everything is made up of which is fiber, like your dresses, like bed sheet, like carpet. Okay, so this, see over here we are having an activity to understand what the substances, what type of fibers had been used to make these substances. You can see where over here we are having number of article like foot mat, bed sheet and tablecloth. You can see foot mat, it made up of jute. If it is made up of jute, what kind of fiber has been used? Jute is collected from the plant source, so it is natural fiber. If we are talking about bed sheet, which is made up of cotton, cotton is again collected from the plant source, so it is natural polymer. Whereas if we are talking about tablecloth, which is made up of plastic, so plastic cannot be obtained from any natural sources, but it can be synthesized in factories, so it is artificial polymer. Understood? Now see, we are having over here certain examples of natural fibers as well as synthetic fiber. What we have over here? Cotton. It is an example of natural fiber. Okay, and this is wool. Wool is also an example of natural fiber. We are collecting this wool from the animal. And silk. Silk is collected from silkworm, and that is why it is also a natural fiber. You can see over here. In synthetic fiber, we are having example of rayon. Rayon, which is also considered as artificial silk. This is acrylic. Acrylic is having appearance of wool. Okay, and this is nylon, which is having highest tensile strength. Understood? So we are now going to discuss about the properties of these synthetic fiber, because earlier in class 6 and 7 you have already studied about the characteristic and property of natural fiber. Okay, so here we have got the first one is, that is rayon. Rayon, you can see certain examples of rayon over here. See, this is rayon thread. Okay, and this is rayon fiber, and you can see cloth made up of rayon, as well as this is the rayon carpet. Means these rayons, rayon has been used to make many things. Okay, now we are going to study about what are the characteristic and what is actually rayon. Rayon was the first synthetic fiber produced artificially. It was semi-synthetic fiber. The reason, because it is obtained from, you can see, wood pulp. Okay, it is obtained from cellulose, which is extracted from the wood pulp. But as it is obtained from the cellulose, which is a natural polymer, but it has been passed through extensive chemical treatment. Okay, that is why it is called semi-synthetic fiber. Rayon is having appearance of silk. That is why it is also termed as artificial silk. Rayon has been produced since 1880s in France. It is developed as a cheap alternative of silk because it is having appearance of silk. Okay, understood. Now what is the property of rayon? As usual, the same property, approximately the same property as the silk. Okay, what are the characteristics? Rayon is a good absorbent, does not shrink. Okay, it is a good absorbent of water. Why? Because it is made up of natural polymer. That is why it is a good absorbent of water, but do not shrink as well, because it is having synthetic property as well. Okay, it is cool to wear and it drap well. It drap well. It is the quality of synthetic fiber, because whatever the structure you are using to cover with the help of rayon, it will be take the same structure as of the object. Okay, it is cool to wear because of the cellulose fiber again. Okay, it can absorb water, so obviously it will absorb the sweat of the body as well and make you feel little bit cool. Okay, during summers. Next is, it can be easily dyed in variety of colors. This is also a characteristic of synthetic fiber. Now what are the advantage and uses of rayon? It is cheaper to produce as compared to natural fiber because it is synthesized in factory by using wood pulp. Okay, so it can be prepared in a very good quantity in a very short time, whereas in natural fiber we need to collect the silkworm, we have to rear it, then we have to wait up to the stage of cocoon, and then only we can get the silk thread. So that is why it is kind of cheaper because it uses less time to produce, less labor to produce. Understood? Next point, you can see it can be easily mixed with other fiber like cotton or wool. Okay, we can make fabric by mixing more than one type of fiber. Okay, and we can use rayon as well to mix it with cotton. Next is, it is widely used in textile and carpet industry, and it is also used for making bandage. You can see carpet, it is made up of rayon, so you can speak that, you can tell that these are also used to make carpet. Now next fiber in the series is nylon. See over here, these are nylon fibers. Over here we are having nylon threads as well. You can see these are the nylon thread, and in the upper portion you can see these are the nylon thread. Okay, now what are the property? Nylon was the first fully synthetic fiber. Rayon was a synthetic fiber, but it was not fully synthetic fiber. But nylon is the first fully synthetic fiber, as it is its synthesis does not require any natural raw material. It is developed by US scientist Wallace S. Carruthers and his assistants in 1930s. It was produced from coal, air, water and agricultural byproduct. That is why it is called fully synthetic fiber. Nylon, what is the property of nylon? Nylon is a very strong, means its tensile strength is kind of very high, and it is even stronger than the steel wire of the same thickness as of nylon. So, and it is also light-weighted, easy to carry. It is shiny, soft and smooth and elastic fiber. It is lightweighted and easy to wash. It can be easily dyed in different color. It can absorb less amount of water. That is why it get dried quickly. It is easy to maintain as it wrinkle free. Wrinkle free, it does not shrink. Okay, so you don't have to maintain it in proper manner. You can just hang it and wear it. It has wash and wear property. It does not need a regular ironing. Okay, so it is kind of good to use and very comfortable to use. But yes, as it is synthetic fiber, it is a bad absorbent in water. That is why you can feel uncomfortable while wearing this cloth during summer. Understood? Nylon was developed almost at the same time in New York and London. Therefore, it is called nylon. New York, NY, London, LON. Understood? Now, it is also long-lasting fiber, and it is resistant to the attack of moth and fungus, because if we are talking about natural fiber, they are made up of cellulose, which is a kind of carbohydrate. So, obviously over there the moth and fungus attack, but it is made up of petrochemical substance, and hence the moths cannot attack it because they are not going to get food from it. Understood? Now see over here. Tensile strength means tolerance of stress of a substance until it break. You can see in over here in activity 2 we are going to compare the tensile strength of different fiber. Okay, for that we need to have some thread made up of different type of material. Okay, it can be natural fiber, it can be synthetic fiber, but all of them has to have same thickness and length about 50 centimeter. An iron stand with a clamp, polythene bag and weight, etc. Understood? Now what we need to do to perform this procedure? We need to hang the thread with this iron clamp. Okay, and at the second end of the thread, you can see over here at the second end of the thread we have hanged the polythene bag, so that we can add more amount of weight over there. We will start with the smaller weight and then we will keep on adding until the thread break down. Now after the thread got broken down, we need to know what was the weight through which it got broken down. The same activity has to be performed with all of the thread that we have collected over here. Okay, and the weight the last weight that the thread was able to hold was considered as the tensile strength of the thread. Okay, after performing this activity, you will get several datas. Okay, and you will know that after performing this activity, you will come to know that nylon was the one who is having the highest tensile strength. Understood? Now, uses of nylon, we will see. Nylon is used to make dress, tracksuit, okay, dresses, tracksuit, swimwear, raincoat, stocking, and shorts. Understood? Clear? Now, it is also used to make curtain, bedsheet, rope for rock climbing. For rock climbing, the nylon has been used because nylon is having highest tensile strength and it is very light and easy to carry. That is why we are using nylon thread for rock climbing. Okay, and it is having highest tensile strength, it is also used in parachute, fishing net, toothbrushes, car seat belts, sleeping bag, racket string, tires, umbrella, etc. Okay, now next is polyester. You can see we are having certain polyester fiber over here. These are the polyester clothes, you can see. So what is the property of polyester and what is polyester? Polyester, over here we are also having certain pictures of polyester. These are polyester curtain, carpet, bags, pillow, tracksuit and sarees. Understood? So what is polyester? Polyester is also one of the most widely used synthetic fiber in the world. It is long chain polymer of chemical called ester. Polyester. Okay, just say poly. The same way you are calling it as a polymer, same way it is polyester. Polymer of ester. One of the most common form of polyester is PET, polyethylene tetrafilate. PET is used in making water bottle, lunchbox, jar, which are shattered proof, means they will not get broken down once they are hit on the surface, and they are actually cheap to buy. Terylene is another form of polyester which is used in making fabric. Now, what are the properties of these polyester? You can see properties. Okay. Polyester is an extremely strong and tough fiber. Okay, polyester is what? An extremely strong and tough fiber. You can see. And it is lightweighted and durable. It does not shrink, wrinkle and stretch. It is resistant to chemicals. It is easy to wash and it absorbs very little amount of water. As it is absorbing very little amount of water, it can be get dry up very quickly. Okay, it can be dyed in various color, which is a property of synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber can be easily get to dye in various color, and the color is also not lost by them even after certain use. Now, uses of polyester. What are the uses of polyester? It can be used for making shirt, dress sets, sari, tracksuit, pillow, curtain, carpet bag, etc. Okay, as you can see over here, we are having pictures of these clothes which is showing the different kind of cloth matter that we are going to make out of this polyester. Now, next is it can be mixed with other fiber to produce a new kind of fabric, okay, which is known as blended fabric. As we are mixing more than one kind of fiber, obviously every fiber will have their own property. So when we are blending these two fiber or these type of fiber, both of the quality will be carried to the fabric. Understood? For example, we are having poly cotton, means halfway synthetic, halfway natural. Okay, by mixing polyester with cotton, we can produce poly cotton. Now, poly wool, when the wool fiber is mixed with polyester, then it will produce poly wool. Terracotta is also prepared by mixing terylene with cotton. Understood? Now, next is acrylic. Okay. Next is was acrylic. Acrylic is a synthetic fiber, has wool-like feel. It is used to used as alternative of wool, as it is having wool like feel. It means it keep the body warm. It is a bad conductor of heat. Understood? Now what is the property of acrylic? You can see over here, acrylic is warm, soft, light-weighted fabric, exactly like wool. Okay, it is warm, soft and light-weighted fabric which is easy to wash and dry up very quickly, as because it is synthetic fiber. It can be easily dyed in various color. You can see when you are going to the market to buy a sweater during winters, you are having a variety of color, because these synthetic fiber can be dyed into various color. Now it does not shrink or stretch or wrinkle. If we are using natural fiber, they get shrink, they get wrinkled very easily, okay. But when you are using a synthetic fiber, it does not get wrinkled very easily, it does not shrink, neither it is stretched, okay. It is resistance to different kind of chemical and attack of moth. As I have explained you, these are made up of petrochemical substance, and no living organism get food from these petrochemical substance. Understood? Now, next is uses of acrylic. Acrylic is used in making shocks, sport wear, woolen cloth like sweaters, shawl, etc. Means we can say that this acrylic is used as a replacement of wool to make warm clothes. Okay. Now, it is also used in making blanket, awning and rug. Now, what is awning? You can see this structure. This is called awning. It is basically put in front of the shop to give a shadowed area. Okay, next. Advantage of synthetic fiber. We are using a synthetic fiber at a large quantity, right? But what are the advantage of these synthetic fiber? The first one is synthetic fiber do not get corrode or rust easily. Okay, means as I have told you, synthetic fiber are made up of petrochemical substance, so they do not get corrode or rust. Understood? Next is they can be given various color easily. Okay, they can be dyed in various color. That is why we are having plenty of color choices when we are going to buy these clothes in the shop. Okay, next is they can be made in different shape. Obviously we can made it in different shape and sizes. Next is they are very strong and inexpensive. Why they are inexpensive? Because they are manufactured in the industry, in the factory, so it take less time, it take less labor. That is why it is kind of cheap to buy. Understood? Now see, this is the acrylic fiber. Does it look like a wool? Now see, we have talked about advantages. Now we are going to talk about disadvantage of synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber are non-biodegradable. That is why they cannot be decomposed by bacteria and fungus by natural process. Means when we are preparing the synthetic fiber, they are not decomposed by bacteria or natural process in the nature. Next is they can catch fire very easily. That is why when we are using these synthetic fiber, we should be careful if we are working in kitchen. Understood? Or if there is a Diwali, whenever you are putting on the synthetic fiber, be careful by burning the crackers. Now they can produce poisonous gas or fume when burned, so it is also harmful for the environment. Understood? Now we are having a differentiation between the natural fiber and synthetic fiber. Just see the first point. First point is they are produced from the chemical substances, whereas natural fiber they are obtained from the natural substances like plant and animal. Understood? We synthesize this synthetic fiber in factory, whereas we are getting the natural fiber from plant sources and animal sources. Now second point, see, synthetic fiber are much stronger in comparison to the natural fiber. Synthetic fiber are very strong, whereas natural fiber are not very strong. Understood? Means if you are wearing a cotton shirt or a synthetic shirt, can you imagine which one will get worn out first? It will be The natural fiber means cotton shirt. Understood? Now, next is synthetic fiber do not absorb water and dry up quickly. Obviously, as they are not absorbing good amount of water and they are not having the capacity to hold the water for a longer period of time, that is why they dry up quickly, whereas natural fiber absorb the water and hence it take time to dry up. Right. Now, next point, natural fibers are durable, moth resistant and easy to maintain. They are durable because the fibers are strong, they are moth resistant because they are made up of petrochemical substances, and they are easy to maintain. They do not need ironing. Understood. Now, what about natural fiber? They are not so durable, affected by moth, and difficult to maintain. Means every time you are wearing a cotton shirt or cotton suit, you have to iron it first. Otherwise, it will be problematic. Right? Otherwise, it will be problematic. You have to maintain a good appearance by ironing the cloth. Now, next is natural fiber are not easily washable and wrinkle free. Okay, natural fiber can't be washed and it cannot leave the stain very easily. It is very difficult to remove the stain from the natural clothes, whereas and it is also difficult to maintain, because if you are just crushing a small proportion of the natural fiber in your hand, they will get crumble up, whereas if you are crushing this in the same way the synthetic fiber, what happens, they will not show any sign of crushing. Okay, they will not crumble up. So what is synthetic fiber? Synthetic fiber are easily washable and very easy to maintain, wrinkle free. Understood. Now next is, now the last point, they are less expensive and they are more expensive. The synthetic fiber are less expensive because they are synthesized in factory by using petrochemical substance, whereas if we are talking about natural fiber, what happened, natural fiber are prepared by using animals or plant. If we are talking about jute or cotton, we need to grow the plant, we need to wait for it maturation. It means it is taking too much time and effort as well. Understood? So it is kind of costlier in comparison to the synthetic fiber. Now next is activity number 3. We can compare the water absorbing capacity of natural and synthetic fiber with the help of activity number 3. For that we need two pieces of cloth of same size. One out of these, one is made up of natural fiber, whereas the second one is made up of synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber like rayon, like nylon, or it can be of acrylic, whereas if we are talking about natural fiber, we can use cotton, silk or wool cloth. Understood? Now soak these two clothes, one the natural fiber and the second one is synthetic fiber, in two separate mugs which is having equal amount of water. Okay, and after soaking it for 10 minutes, what we need to do, we will extract the cloth and we will hang it on in the sunlight to let them dry. Now measure the quantity of water which is left in the mug after performing this activity. Okay, the cloth of natural fiber soaks more water in comparison to the synthetic fiber. It means the mug in which we have soaked the cotton cloth will be having less amount of water. This proves that the natural fiber have more water absorbing capacity. Understood? Now next is, see, over here we are having a table in which some identifying burning character is given. For example, if we are burning the cotton, it burn completely with no residue. Okay, then we are burning the silk. If we are burning this silk, what will happen? It will burn slowly and no bead are produced. If we are burning the wool, it will burn slowly to produce smell of burning hair. Polyester, when burned, it shrink and produce black smoke with smell of burning hair. Rayon, it burn quickly but produces smell of burning paper, because both of them are made up of wood pulp. Okay. Acrylic, it also burns slowly and
shooty flame shrink and form beads. Nylon, it burn slowly, shrink and form hard beads with the smell of burning hair. Okay, these are the property of the fabric of different kind when we burn. Okay class, next is plastic that we will study about in our next video. Until then, have a nice day everyone.